So this morning it was a sell. But we were long this morning on the British pound. And now the sellers have come in for the very quick and dirty counter trend move, counter burst. So the reason why I was concerned about putting those sell limits in there is because I thought this would be quite a brutal bum rush. And it was. We could all see it coming. You want to reserve your fat tickets for this top here. This is a 20 pip window, 20 pip grid. And it looks like it's going to keep going north, but this is definitely going to be the problem. The 1 hour guppy. Here was the only place to get long on the timing the market. There was some guy commenting on a video I did in 2015 called using a line chart, and apparently he doesn't like the idea that you can draw a trend line on and the line charts matter. Somebody asked me today, what is that white line? Well, there's just closing prices. I mean, people are living in candlestick land. Too long. This is a simple trend. This thing is never looked back. I mean, it only looks back in between each hour, but look how smooth that cut is. It just keeps cutting through. A couple little bit sellers in this window here, but boy, it just hell bent. And now I think we've turned that. I would put some buy limits like here. And I'm selling again. Anything above here is a good sell. 20 pips apart. Okay. We'll have to monitor that. We're going to look at how the person that dialed down here and put a sell, and you know you got filled, right? Oh, I guess not. That's pretty close. I guess you'd have to pick out this top. Actually, for me, being very aggressive, I sell everything above this all the way to here, 40 pip window, up on all tickets. So I'm underwater on see, I'm underwater on this low ticket from earlier. There's no stops in here. 93, it's too big of a... Oh, that's the swap. So I'm up on the swap. I was going to say 93K. I don't remember doing that trade. And I'm about $105 up on the selling the very tippy top here. So it's the same reaction on the pound versus the dollar. So I really had a moment where we saw 80. We were at 132.80 on the pound. It was just flickering up here. The spread was pretty brutal. You can't see it on the playback. But right here, trust me, I was actually selling at the market there. I just happened to be in front of the screen when this was going on. And then I cashed out as soon as we came ripping back. But these are huge windows. That's a 50. This is a 100 pip move here. British pound. Very careful. This is 100 pips on this big black line. That's 50 pips on the skinny line. That is a considerable move. And then here comes the stop hunt, which I'm calling this a stop hunt just so people don't understand me like this goober that was looking at the 2015 video called Trend Lines. Something about line charts. I think it's called line chart. Is I'm saying that in a approach of money management approach, if you watch people that do those videos about trailing stops, it's called a trailing stop. And I guess you could say, if you're getting stopped out, you could take the psychological attitude that you're being hunted. But that may be how you feel about getting stopped out, that they're hunting your stop. And this idea of big boys and all that stuff, it's a joke, okay, people? It's like saying the earth's flat. There is no big boy. There's just price action. There's just the price is responding to reality. When the market's open, there's more people that can come into the market and buy or sell it and push the market up and down, or the market will. In other words, what's pushing the market? Is it people pressing buttons on their terminal, or is it pending orders that stack up and are triggered automatically upon when volatility kicks up? There are people that are getting out, and they're probably cashing out if they understand that these are temporary prices. Or are they new people coming in? The idea that these 90% of traders are losing. Okay, 90% of people probably can't dance like some ballet dancer, because that's a very niche style. Like, you can get up there and dance like an idiot, but nobody's going to come to the opera or whatever they do, wherever they dance like that, and pay for that kind of thing, right? And here, the volatility, I mean, this is like insanity, man. Now, had you had a pending array in here, you'd be all cashed out. If you got it just perfect, which is probably not likely, but we all know what this top is. This window right here, we all know we could find that on the daily. It is this window right here. Right? We know this window exists. From this wick tip to this wick tip. Right there. There's your sell limit array. You're already cashed out. You knew you had to get out on everything to here, and maybe we do go back up and retest, and we have. Look at the 1 hour chart, because here's the 1 hour wick. You just made X amount of dollars in less than a half an hour, okay? And you even retested up there to sell again. So I did sell again up there. And now it starts to calm down, and the market's going to calm down. But we just took out a whole week's worth of data in one fucking day. Okay? We took out the low last week and just took out the high last week in the British pound. I rest my case. There you go, British pound. They pounded the shit out of the pound today.